Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Alison Bedell.
Excited and tools.
Yep. We have a big week coming up, but before we tell you about what we're about to do, I'm going to remind you guys that
Let's tell them now. It's so exciting.
No, this is the suspense.
You always make me wait for stuff.
We have a podcast, hammerandnailspodcast.com. We have a podcast website. And if you go there, you're going to get the episode player with all of the episodes, and you also have the episode summaries on other pages with the links to any products we might talk about. But more importantly than that, there's an Amazon link on every page. We love it when you guys click on that link when you go to shop at Amazon.
Yeah, blah, 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 links, Amazon, all that crap. Let's talk about tools.
Okay,
right? Let's talk about important stuff.
Go,
do it. Very important.
Go ahead.
We are on the way to Wisconsin. We're going to Milwaukee.
Again.
To actually Milwaukee Tool Factory. I don't know I think we might have talked about this briefly a few weeks ago, prior podcast. But our good friend Kaylee McCabe from she hosts her own
Rescue
show.
Renovation, and we've had her on the podcast.
Yeah, you guys might have heard the episode with her. Anyway, love her. She's awesome. Licensed contractor, awesome woodworker extraordinaire. She's like, hey, are you going to the Milwaukee thing this year? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Am I? And she's like, oh yeah, you got to go to this. So next thing I know, she must have spoken to someone over there or whatever. And she's like, hey, you're going to be getting an invitation, on the email. And sure enough, a couple months ago, we get this invitation, and it's like, you are cordially invited out to the Milwaukee factory for like a 3-day tour of the place.
It's called a symposium.
It's a tool symposium.
Yeah.
Who knew? You could even put those two words together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to go out, meet all the big wheels at the factory. And this, by the way, is one of my favorite brands of tools. I have tons of Milwaukee.
You always get that same question, actually, for Tip Tuesday.
Tip Tuesday!
Yeah. What's my favorite type of tools? So, there's a lot of brands of tools out there. Some are geared more toward the homeowner and weekend warrior. Some are geared more toward the professional that are heavier grade and, more commercial, industrial quality that you can use them every day, drop them off a ladder, throw them out of the truck, and they just keep working, right? So that's the kind of stuff that we use.
I'm already falling asleep. Tell me something interesting.
We're going to Milwaukee, and we're checking out the newest tools. We're going to go to like a couple of days, like all these workshops and all this crazy. This is going to be great.
Okay, so basically
we're going to test drive all their newest tools before they're even available in the store.
Right.
So we're seeing like the latest high-tech innovations, all their new inventions. Milwaukee has an unbelievable R&D development,
research and development.
Yeah, they got some really brainiac tool nerds out there, and they make some really cool shit. Let's just put it that way, all right?
I know. Like,
and
you're like,
go,
chill. My God, you're like getting a little crazy now. Chill out.
Yeah, I'm shaking right now. Because we're getting ready to walk into this place, and I just can't wait to get in here because I'm just going to nerd out for the next couple of days on tools and just check out the coolest tools and hopefully take a bunch home with me.
Yeah.
Did we bring the extra carry-on to we'll just ship them, right? Yeah.
Well, what's really cool is that they're flying us out there. It's for media people, and it's going to be like a dinner on the first night where we can get acquainted with everybody who was invited and the Milwaukee staff. And then the next day, bright and fucking early, we're going to be out there at their factory meeting all the bigwigs and then seeing all the presentations. I looked at an online slideshow that they had from last year's because I was trying to see what the attire was because I had no idea what type of a get-together this was, if people were professional or if they were casual.
It's dudes with tools.
It's casual. It's super cash. Needless to say, I'll be wearing jeans and nothing special at all.
Yeah.
And so what that means is
this is the first media thing we've ever gone to that's just casual attire.
Yeah. My hint to you is don't spend all night packing like you usually do, miss.
Listen, I like to be prepared, all right? I like to go with choices. I like to have options. I don't like to get to where I'm going and be like, crap, I should have brought.
Oh my
God.
God.
Yeah, because you never know when you're going to go on like that last minute, dinner thing, or like, especially we're always out like kind of.
We're doing dinner with them
and stuff.
2 nights. So
right.
Both nights they're doing the dinner, and everybody was like standing outside. Kayleen was barefoot. I could see in a picture. People were like, just drinking, standing on the lawn barefoot.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to put a Band-Aid around my bum toe.
Oh, you got funky toe. Oh, how your funky toe?
Oh my God! This is a tip for Tuesday. It is Tip Tuesday.
Yeah. It is. That's right.
Are
we done talking about Milwaukee already? That's it? You're just going to move on?
What else you got to say? We got to talk about it when we get back.
Oh God! I feel like there's just so much to
say.
say.
There's not anything to say. There's nothing to say.
Oh my God! I'm not even going to sleep. It's like
when
it's
you
like
get
it's,
back, we'll
it's like
talk about,
Christmas.
Well, what the exciting part about this is that Skip and I, as you guys know, we do everything together. We go everywhere together. We enjoy each other's company. And when they invited
most of the time,
Skip, well, don't say that.
No, just kidding.
When they invited him, Skip was asking about me too, because I'm on the show also, and I'm just as much of a media person as he is. And so they sent me an invitation too.
Yeah.
So I'll be going.
Yeah.
To see the tools also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll both be able to tell you about.
You can bring along some of your power tools.
The cool inventions.
Well, they don't have any of those.
No, I'm not going to be bringing that. But you know what was really
different
cool?
kind of tools.
Kayleen had told us about this a while ago when we first met her, and she had told us about something that she got from them that she had seen at this symposium, and it was a heated jacket where you put their battery into this pouch in the back of the jacket.
Yeah, it's one of the same batteries they use in like all their tools, and you can just plug it into this. They have a jacket, a vest, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
And there's like you touch like part of the jacket, and there's like a low, medium, and high, and you can make the jacket heat up to different levels.
Oh yeah,
so it keeps you warm. It's insane,
man.
And she even got one. They had like black, and they also had pink for the women.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, you'll be getting one of those.
I want to see what's in fashion and tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
actually, that would be really cool to wear on the bike when we're riding in the fall and the winter, right?
Yes.
Keep you warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would really like to have one of those.
Although I have to say, you are not a complainer. We ride in all kinds of weather, and cold, wet, everything hot, and you never complain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to keep you around for a while.
Yeah. It's not that I'm not feeling those things. It's just that for me, it's about being with you.
Yeah, well, most chicks are like whiny. They're like, I'm cold, or I'm too hot, or, oh, God, there's no way you'd ever get a girl in the back of a motorcycle in a rainstorm. You and me, the first road trip we ever took, it was for like a week, 1,500 miles up into the Adirondacks and up the East Coast into the mountains. We left in pouring rain.
Yep.
We got on a ferry.
Yeah, it really sucked.
Coming down like sheets, right, in rain gear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you sure you want to go?
Yeah.
Well, I was going either way because I've taken this trip many times with my.
You just got to tell yourself, I'm not going to
my
melt.
My buds that I ride with, but this was your first time on a motorcycle. I'm like, you sure you want to do this trip? Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
And you did.
I'm a good sport.
You did. You came the whole way. You rode in the
look where I am now. I got
That's what I'm saying.
Committed.
Yeah.
Got
it
the
worked.
ring.
It worked. Oh yeah. Once we took that trip together, we just started seeing each other too.
Yeah, he was saying.
Once you took that trip with me, I'm like, oh, I'm keeping this one.
Yeah. He was even asking me in a moment of intoxication. So, do you ever think you want to get married again? And I'm thinking to myself,
I wasn't really that intoxicated. I knew what I wanted. Yeah, I knew what I wanted to say.
Well, I thought, of course, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I knew it.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
She didn't rope me in with babies.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well.
Girls are like, I got him, I'm getting married, and we're having a baby.
Okay, now, so on the topic of babies, don't ruin my story before I tell it.
Oh, you have a baby story?
I have a baby story.
Wait a second. Is it, I'm not even going to say it.
Don't even say it, because you always blow my load.
I'm not. How does that work?
God, it's like you can't stand me getting all of the...
How does that work?
It's like to steal my thunder. Fuck.
All right, I'm ready to move on from Milwaukee. I'm starting now to my shaking has subsided. I'm leveling out a little bit. The excitement is kind of calmed down. We will have more to tell you about this trip to Milwaukee and lots of good pictures. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Something
really exciting happened to me last week, but first I'm going to preface that story with a story. When 2002, I was at a pet industry trade show in Atlantic City, and there was a woman there with a cute little teeny tiny eensy weensy little chihuahua, and I never had a dog before, but I had to have this dog. So at this point, she was there because she was working for a pet travel luggage company, like where like the little suitcase that you put the dog in. And this little dog was being used as
it's all her fault.
As a model for
we have a room full of those suitcases.
Yes. And so the dog was in there, and that's why she brought the dog, and also because he was up for adoption. She's a full-time dog trainer for a full-time living. So anyway, so she says to me, by the time I saw her on like Saturday afternoon, she said, there are so many people that want this dog. I have gotten so many phone numbers, I can't even keep track. She's like, I'm just going to start giving up my number. So here, just take my number. I took her number. 6 a.m. on Monday morning, I called her because I wanted to make sure I was first. And this is just another typical example of how Alison gets everything she wants, does not take no for an answer. And I got the dog, and who was then Kilo. So all of you know that the love of my life, my Kilo, and that he had passed away this January, and I've been a wreck, even though I'm pretending not to be. So this past Wednesday, me and that girl had stayed in touch on social media. We never saw each other again, but we always stayed in touch and exchanged a picture here and there. So she wrote to me on Facebook Messenger.
Kilo for 14 years.
I've had Kilo for 14 years, wow. Yeah. And I never told her when he passed away. Really, the only announcement I ever made was on our podcast. I did not put it out on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I didn't put it anywhere because it's really just too difficult. Because when we're doing the podcast, I'm not hearing the condolences, but
right.
Online.
Yeah, when you put stuff online, it's like, everybody, they all, it's all nice comments and stuff, but then you
and it's appreciated, but it's difficult.
You need to kind of respond to all of them, and it gets a little overwhelming.
Yeah, and it's for me, the more, to put it out there is almost like making it more real, and it's just difficult. It's been very difficult for me. It has not gotten easier, and I'm just having a really hard time of it. So I'm not putting it out there on Facebook, so nobody really knew. So she wrote to me Wednesday night and sent me a little video of a little tiny doggy and said this puppy needs a foster or adoption. And when I saw the little video, and it was the cutest little puppy I ever saw, and it looked exactly like Kilo as a puppy. Now, I didn't see Kilo as a puppy. I got him when he was 9 months old. But because I got him at 9 months old and he had already been microchipped, he had come from a woman who had relinquished him to the rescue because she couldn't take care of him any longer for whatever reason. She had bought him at a pet shop in Brooklyn. So he was a puppy mill puppy. And he needed a lot of work. He had his baby teeth were still, they didn't come out when his adult teeth grew in, so he had double teeth. He had big balls. He needed to be neutered.
You're like big giant balls.
Yeah.
The dog weighed 3 pounds.
And he had
2 pound balls.
Exactly, 1 pound each ball. Yeah, it was. He needed a lot of work, and he was very
even
small.
Walk.
Yeah, he was always a delicate flower. He needed a lot of work. He had a sensitive stomach.
A delicate flower with giant balls.
Yeah. So when I got him, I wanted to be able to register his microchip, and I wanted to register him with the what is it, the dog association. I wanted all of his paperwork if I could get it. So being the amazing investigator that I am and always have been, right back to when I was 16 years old, catching my boyfriend's cheating, I found the woman who purchased him from the pet shop. I called her up, and she sent me all of his stuff, everything she got from the pet store so that I could register his chip. But when I got that stuff in the mail, there was a little picture in there of baby Kilo, who I had never seen before because I got him at 9 months. This picture of him was teeny tiny and looked totally different. I've always looked at this picture and thought to myself how different he looked. I would never recognize him.
See, here's what's funny about what you just said. He was teeny tiny in his baby picture. Full grown as an adult, he was 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
so he was teeny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the time I got him, he was 2.2 pounds, which is how I ended up naming him Kilo. So yeah.
Okay.
So this picture was always like glued in my mind, though, because it was just so funny to me how different he looked as a baby compared to when he was middle-aged and older. So anyway,
For some reason, I thought like Chihuahuas are from Mexico. I thought it has something to do with some sort of like contraband or smuggling over the border. And he was like stuffed in a bag next to a pound of coke. And I don't know.
Yeah, no.
All right, I mean, just putting it out there.
People always think that too because I've got Kilo tattooed on my inner left wrist.
You do?
Yeah, and so people often think that it's drug associated.
Yeah, you're like, wow, you must really like that stuff.
Only the finest. So she sent me that message. I looked at the video, and right away something just pounded in my chest. It was like I got hit, and so I started to tell Skip about that she sent me this message, and I don't even know that I even told him about her before, but I started to say Denise. Her name is Denise Herman. She's in Brooklyn. She's a full-time dog trainer. She's amazing. And I started to say the words Denise to him, and I couldn't even get the sentence out because I just started crying and crying and crying because it brought back memories. It made me feel sad, and I was looking at this little puppy thinking, oh, my God, what are the chances that she's sending me the video of a male Chihuahua, teeny tiny, same color as Kilo, and she doesn't even know that he had passed away. So I wrote back to her, and I said to her I told her what happened with Kilo, and long story short, we made arrangements to go see this little baby, and I was not even in the market for a baby because I did not think I could handle it. I wasn't ready. I don't want to fall in love just to be hurt again, and I'm still mourning pretty heavily. So I hadn't even considered it, but when she sent this to me, I felt like it was a sign. So we went to go see the baby.
Yeah.
And right now, there's a little tiny 7.5-week-old baby sleeping in our bedroom.
Little tiny Milo.
Yep.
Baby Milo.
His name is Milo.
He's 1.5 pounds.
Yep.
His whole body can fit in the palm of my hand.
Yes. we put pictures on Facebook if you guys, I also put them on Instagram at Alison Bedell. If you guys want to see him, he is the cutest puppy I've ever seen.
He's the smallest puppy I've ever seen.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
I've had lots of puppies, and he is by far the smallest.
And what's even more sweet to me is how you really, right away, I could tell you really took to him and that you really loved him.
Oh, yeah, he's
right
awesome.
Away. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Everybody loves puppies, but I mean, he's he's so teeny,
but
tiny
that's
little,
what's so cute is that you
like,
really love him. I could see.
I was never into little dogs till you, and you kind of got me, it's like you just gotta love them, It's like I've always had Rottweilers and big dogs, and now it's like it's a whole different kind of dog, but they still have so much personality. They have
so
a big
much.
dog personality,
yeah.
Especially when they're puppies. It's like it's like just a little bundle of awesomeness.
Yeah.
It's like 1.5 pounds of total pure awesomeness.
And he gets so happy when you go to pick him up after he's been napping, and he just can't lick you fast enough on your face, and he's just goes crazy. He's so happy.
He's super cute.
Yeah, he's really fun to be around. He's very good. He's goes to the pad and he pees and he poops. He's really good.
When we had this conversation the other day, we've had this Milwaukee trip, and you hear how excited I am about this trip, people, right? Everything is about the tools.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And now all of a sudden everything is about the dog.
Yep.
So, but, you being happy, and, I know how rough it's been going through with the last couple of months, with Kilo being gone and everything, and you're really having a hard time with it. And it just really did seem like, almost there was such a connection there that, it couldn't have been planned, and I'm like, all right, well, how can I not, want that for you? I want you to be happy. But on the other side of that, I'm like, we're leaving to go away, right? We're going to Milwaukee, so now what's going to happen with the dog? So, of course, we got it set up that, the same person that watches all of our dogs all the time, we travel a lot and stuff, there'll just be one more now. But now last minute, which I had suspected because I told you, let's not go pick the dog up until we get back. A few more days is not going to make a difference, right? They know that we're going to take the dog. Let's leave him where he is and let him be comfortable. But now baby Milo is going to get on a plane and he's going to go to Milwaukee and check out some tools with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you guys know I took Kilo absolutely everywhere.
That dog flew back and forth across the country from
over
coast
400,000 miles with me.
From coast to coast, probably, well, not
over
probably.
400,000 miles.
Yeah, dozens and dozens and dozens of times coast to coast.
Yeah.
Right? So now Milo will be picking up in his footsteps.
Yep.
With his first trip not even 2 months old, already hitting the plane. He's
Yeah.
joining the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
He's adorable, and I'm happy. He makes me happy. Just look at how cute he is. So
Yeah.
So that's exciting for us. That's our newest addition and newest everything.
Yeah, not like we don't already have enough going on, you know.
Yeah,
like
we have so much going on.
Jobs everywhere. Your job, I got construction jobs. We're living in the middle of remodel right now.
Yeah.
Still with not a completed kitchen, and now we have a puppy.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of
Puppies are
getting
a lot
up
of work.
early. Oh yeah,
you have to put a lot of time into them.
Yeah,
you
I've
got
been getting
to
up really early.
Yeah, it's
Middle of the
like
night.
having a baby. You got to
Yeah.
feed him every couple of hours. It's it's a lot of work, but it's very worth it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, he's adorable, and I want him to turn out good. So I got to put all that effort in. So that's our exciting thing now, and I'm just really, really happy that his poops are really skinny and hard.
They are they're so tiny.
And hard.
They're the size of a Tootsie Roll, but maybe
Skinny.
one quarter of the diameter.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
They're easy to pick up. It's awesome.
They're like 1 inch
Yeah.
long and about maybe like a quarter inch.
Yeah, he hasn't stepped in it
diameter.
yet. And he smells like a puppy. He's a little puppy breath, right?
Oh,
my God, that puppy breath is adorable. And he keeps biting my ears, like with my earrings. I'm afraid he's going to swallow my hoop.
Yeah. He's biting everything.
Biting
He's
everything.
like, ah.
And we were talking to Denise while she was here. She actually brought him to us to bring him, for us to have him. And we spoke to her for a good long time about training techniques and stuff. And I was saying to Skip that you don't know what you don't know. And I never really thought of dog training as something that would be anything profound, like it can't be that difficult. But she was spilling some information. There's a lot of information, stuff I never would have thought of, stuff that I just never knew, and it was really informative. And I'm going to move forward with seeing her for some more training for him, because it was really
she had some really cool little things that she does to kind of get them to take demand control like immediately.
Yeah, it was like in 2 minutes she was showing us with her dog. She had him tapping this. She took a candle right off of our bar and put it on the ground, and in 2 minutes she had her dog tapping on command, tapping the thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely a firm believer in dog trainers. If you're going to have a dog, especially with all the big dogs that I've had, you have to train those dogs because they're so big and powerful. It's like they will just run you around, and you try to walk them on a leash, they'll drag you down the block. So I always took every one of my dogs over the years to trainers, and you wouldn't think you'd need to think the same way for like a little dog because they don't. It's not like you're worried about them, like with all that power.
Yeah.
But, behavior is really, it's critical because you don't want them chewing up your furniture and your clothes and, making
what was really
destroying
cool?
the house and peeing everywhere.
With
and it's
the
like
chewing, I was really surprised at her answer. I had asked her I said, when I had kittens, I always made sure not to let them play with biting, because they can get like a little rough sometimes, and you play and you let, it's like with your hand and they nibble on your hand. And I learned I had a cat when I was like about 10, 13 years old, and the cat was a biter. And the cat was a biter because I played with it rough when it was a kitten. And then it turned into a biter as it got older, because that's how we played.
You like smacking it around?
No, but I would like open my hand in front of his face and make like a claw shape, you know what I mean? And then he would attack the hand,
Oh, that's always fun.
But that cat was mean then after, and it was my fault. So I said to her, after that, all my cats, I made sure to not play with them, to let them bite, because I didn't want them to bite when they were bigger. And she said, to my surprise, that you should play biting games with the dog, that you should let him bite your hand and do all the things that it does with its teeth and the nibbling, because that's when he learns how hard he can and can't bite. Because when he bites too hard and you go, ow, and you pull your hand away, the dog learns that was too much and that he gets to use his little tiny teeth.
Well, you can do that with this dog, but like with Rottweiler puppies, all that I've had, even as a little puppy, their mouths are really strong and their teeth are like needles. And so, like, you want to put a stop to that right away.
Well, she was saying,
as soon as they go to the nip on you, you take your hand away from them and you put the toy in their mouth. And you show, like, this is what you chew, not my hand. Because very quickly they will start hurting you,
Well, with this, in this particular case, Mr. to the contrary, she was explaining that it helps them for when they're older because they won't accidentally bite anybody too hard because they've already had the experience with the playing and the chewing, and they know how hard is too hard because they've been doing it and they've already learned. They know what it feels like to bite too hard, so that they are then better disciplined. So I thought that was a really cool little tip. So,
yeah, that was interesting. She had some really cool stuff to show, and she, within a matter of a couple of minutes, like already was doing stuff with him. So
cool.
it's even like it's 7 weeks old, right? He's like so tiny.
Smart.
Yeah.
My son is the smartest. So I have so many things to talk about also. There are so many things in the news. Did you have anything that you wanted to... I thought you said you had something before that you wanted to bring up.
I do. I'm talking about something I did during this week at work on a job site that I was on. And I'll bring that up with some...
What are you... Really?
Yeah, because I got the Missy Softy... the ice cream truck going by, playing that Mr. Softy song.
Okay, so there's a few things I wanted to mention that I had notes on that I wanted to bring up. But first one is that we saw a really cool movie this past week that I rented. We saw a couple of movies that I keep forgetting to tell people are really good movies. We saw 3 Days to Kill.
I just gotta laugh. Yeah. The guy comes down the street like every night at the same time, right?
Well, that's because you need to know when to have your dollar ready.
Oh God.
Ice cream!
Yeah, and all the kids run down the street. Ice cream!
I need $1!
When we talk about that, it's like the perfect pedophile job to drive an ice cream truck,
sure.
What were the words? We were making up words every time the ice cream truck comes down the street.
I'm a child molester and I like to suck your pee-pee.
Oh, God. I want to touch your pee-pee. We were trying to put words to the ice cream truck song that the guy plays. We came up with some pretty funny shit, actually. That's terrible, man.
You want some ice cream, little girl? Check out my blow pop.
Oh, boy. You're good. Okay. So we saw 3 Days to Kill. Who was in that one? What's his name again? Was that Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin Costner was in that movie, and so was Amber Heard, who is going through the messy split right now with Johnny Depp.
All right.
Yeah. And
Kevin Costner, I got to say, was really good in that movie.
Yes.
See, you had one bad movie, and everybody then you're in the shit forever. Like Waterworld completely fucked the shit up. You know what I'm saying? It was not good.
Well, this was really
that was redeeming.
It was a serious movie. But it was also funny. He had it was humorous, but good. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, everything about it. It had a good storyline, and the funny really balanced it out nice, because even if you didn't care about the storyline, it was humorous.
Yeah, you wouldn't picture him doing stuff that's kind of funny, but also it was serious. It was like an action, like a almost like a Bourne type of movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a 007 type of movie, where he was a character like that, But yeah, it was great.
Yep. And we also saw another movie a couple of nights ago that I was very surprised. I thought was very funny. It was surprisingly funny, I should say.
12 Inches to Paradise?
No.
Oh, that was the other one. I'm sorry.
No. Bad Grandpa.
Right.
I cannot believe the shit that Robert De Niro says
that was
in this
great.
movie.
Loved that movie.
I mean, I'm shocked that he read this script and said, yeah, you'd never expect. I mean, it should be Dirty Grandpa.
How
many times did he use the word cock in the movie? Oh, my God.
How about when, there was one scene where his grandson rolled over and he had his dick in his face, and it was full. It was full.
Don't give it
it was
away.
Full. Yeah.
Oh,
full,
you give shit away.
Well, it's just
you
one.
You ruin it.
It's one thing. What?
Oh, God.
It's funny. You don't expect to see that in the movie. You always see a woman's junk or boobs or whatever, but you never see and all of a sudden there it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, everybody, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for the spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? That was a
funny
surprisingly
movie, though,
funny movie. If you are sensitive to expletives, don't rent it.
But anyone that listens to this podcast is not sensitive to expletives.
I guess they've all fallen off the wagon. We don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
So I wish I had that sound effect, like the. like the kind where there's breaking news and it sounds like you're in the newsroom.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because
like the old school ticker tape, like sound, like right.
I don't know what the hell the sound is, but yeah,
okay,
it's like that. So,
right, it's actually not anything like that, but yeah,
whatever.
okay.
I just got a little news flash on my phone because the news sends me the notifications.
Oh wow,
and
you
says,
get like straight from the source.
Yep.
Sent right to you.
Just as it's happening.
Wow.
Hillary Clinton has received the number of delegates necessary to make her the first female presidential candidate.
Wow.
So finally, that fucking bullshit with Oy vey Bernie is over.
Oh, Bernie.
Oy.
Bernie's over.
I just think it's so funny.
He's done. All right, so Bernie's out.
Yes, Bernie's out.
So it's Trump and Hillary.
Yes.
As we suspected, I think,
Yes.
all along, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody, Howard Stern called it like months and months and months and months and months
I
ago.
called it months ago. I mean, it really seems like the only two logical choices, you know?
Oh, God. Speaking of...
And now let the real battle begin.
Oh, you know what? I think that
now
this
let
is
the
gonna
dirt
be-
be slung.
I think this is going to be the dirt slingiest presidential candidacy running ever.
Yeah, but see, I don't see Hillary playing that, like getting down in the dirt so much.
No, but she
might,
has a lot.
but
She isn't gonna be a dirt slinger, I don't think. But there's going to be a lot because they're going to definitely say things about him without a doubt. They have to. They
right.
have to.
Well, she has a whole team of advisors.
I mean, she just started with that about
yeah.
people, the lawsuits that he was involved in,
Right.
and the
yeah. Now they're going to
bankruptcies.
dig for dirt on Trump and
Yeah.
the IRS and
Yeah.
taxes that he doesn't want to disclose and this, that, the other thing, and
Yeah.
every real estate deal that was dirty or who knows, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So casinos built without permits or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything's going to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't mean he's not going to be a good president.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I have flip-flopped on this topic a lot since
Right.
it began.
Yeah.
Because a part of me is afraid of how he just is, like, goes rogue, Like, I don't know. It just scares me because...
You know why? Because we're so programmed. We're so programmed our whole lives and our parents' lives and their parents before them. As long as there's been politicians and elected people in office, we've been programmed to think this is the kind of person we need to have in the office. And they're all part of the same club. They're all part of the same good old boys that do the same bullshit. It's been happening forever. And they promise stuff that never happens. It's just a bunch of political bullshit. And I really, whether or not you can say, like, well, is he really presidential material? I don't know, because to me it's very skewed. It's like I don't think that what our concept of presidential material works anymore because those people don't ever do what they say they're going to do.
politicians.
So I say, you know what? Try something different because we've been doing the same shit for decades and we're getting the same results. And that's the definition of insanity, right? You're expecting something better and doing the same thing over and over again. So I say give a dude who's proven a success.
Is that the definition of insanity?
It is. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
I thought there was a different word that's supposed to be defining.
No, well, you can look it up. Maybe I'm wrong, but whatever. But that's my definition. If you
Okay.
don't like it, then make your own up, damn it.
All right.
I say give the guy a chance, can you agree with every policy that he has or every policy that Hillary has? No, you can't. No one's going to say everything they stand for is perfect. But I think that it's time that we give somebody a shot that is willing to come in and do something different. And he's clearly very different. He claims that he's not a politician, doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need.
Yeah.
It's time to to stop doing the same bullshit we've always done.
I agree, and that's why I was supportive of him running to begin with. But then sometimes he just comes out with some things that scare me.
No doubt. I mean, no doubt he is, he can tend to be, the stuff that comes out of his mouth, you're like, wow. But, I almost prefer that he speaks his mind than the same political, merry-go-round of bullshit. These guys just put the spin on everything and they make everything sound pretty and sugar-coated and nothing gets done. I think that he tells it like it is, and it's going to piss some people off. But maybe he's actually going to not worry about what people think and worry more about getting shit done. Mm-hmm. So
then what does that mean? Like, do you ignore the things that they really come out with that he has done that has seemed unethical or,
Well, I think that every presidential election that we've ever had, there's been lots of dirt slung. It comes down to that last phase of the election. Like, it starts out like they're all talking about their platform, and then they're moving into the next phase and why you should pick me over the next guy. And then it just goes straight all out, balls to the wall. Yeah, like for the throat, right? Yeah. It's all about just dirt. Right now, it's going to be dirt slinging, until the election. And it's why, Hillary is crooked. Already he's calling her Crooked Hillary. Right, and all these nicknames for her.
See,
and
no,
stuff.
I don't like.
Yeah, he has a little bit of a bullyish side to him, right? Like, he's a little bit of a bully, right? He reminds me a little bit of a bully. Do I like that? No. But you know what? Maybe it's like, listen, the dude just calls it like it is. He doesn't care.
Anything.
There's plenty of things that we say that would probably piss a lot of people off.
I've pissed plenty of people
we talk
off.
behind people's backs and
Wait a minute now.
I don't, not necessarily behind their backs. I'm like, we'll say stuff that maybe if someone was in the room that you're saying it, they wouldn't like it. But it's like, that's honestly how you feel. If somebody's
I tell people how I feel right to their face.
Well, all right, I said that wrong. It's not behind their back. You're right. If somebody's an asshole, you'll tell them right to their face, you're an asshole. Yeah. Okay? I think that's what he's doing. Like, he's out there in a world to where it's not so cool, it's not presidential, it's not politically correct to say, you're a fucking asshole. He's out there saying it. And amongst other words he's using, right? So I don't know, man. I know it feels weird. It feels like, wow, that doesn't sound like should come out of the mouth of the dude that's going to be. But I don't think that we should be thinking like that anymore. I think, we're in a different environment now. It's a different climate, and I think that we got to. I don't know.
Big decision.
It's a very big decision. It is. I think you got to go with your gut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. I'm going to move on to another topic because we are on limited time because we still have to pack.
I'm just pissed because I was voting for Bernie.
And shower. And
now I don't know what I'm going to do.
And we still... I didn't win the candidacy. Shouldn't know from it.
All right. So what are we doing here?
Okay, so I have a couple of things. First, I wanted to tell you about this morning on my way to work. I was pretty excited about it. I felt really good about this. I passed a turtle on the road. It was in the opposing lane, and it was a box turtle.
The road?
Yeah, it was a box turtle just sitting there.
Was it next to a rabbit and a chicken?
No.
They were all crossing the road?
No. And I pulled over. And I turned the car around, and then I pulled over, and I got the box turtle, and I picked it up, and it's so cute. It popped its little head into its shell and closed everything all up. And I took it with me in the car, and because down the road from where I got it is we get closer to the river, and I wanted to put it in the direction where it was going without it having to go in the road.
Right.
So I was driving it, and as I'm driving, I see another turtle in the road.
What?
Yes. So I stopped the car again.
What is it? You already have turtle number one in the car?
In my hand, yes.
In your hand?
I'm holding it.
You're holding the turtle?
Yes.
You weren't worried about the turtle taking a dump on you?
I was, but it didn't. Okay. I was worried about that. So then I got out of the car with my turtle, and I picked up the other turtle.
So you got one in each hand?
Yeah. No, two in one hand. I had them both.
Two in one hand? You stacked them?
I had my hand underneath them on the bottom of the shell.
Like a turtle stack?
No, I didn't stack them. One of them had like a worm on it, though, on its back. I didn't do anything about that. Oh. But I had both box turtles. They were both the same turtle.
You had a worm on your back a little earlier. It's the one-eyed wonder worm.
Oh, boy. Anyway, you're funny. Anyway, so I then drove up ahead, and I got to an area where the hunters usually get off at the side of the road there, and I got out, and I put them on the ground facing the direction of the river, and I got back in my car, and I proceeded to drive towards work, and about maybe a half a mile up ahead in the other lane was another turtle that was completely flattened and smashed. I was very upset about it.
Turtle pizza.
I was upset. Yeah. I mean, because they move so slow. It was like, can't you look at the road while you're driving, fuckers? You know?
Right.
It really bothered me. But when I got to work, though, I was thinking about it, and I was feeling very fucking good about what I did. I love animals. I love
saved a couple of lives.
I did.
Yeah.
I felt really good about it. And
do you feel that you have fulfilled your good deed quota for the day, or possibly even the week?
oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
I did that. I do that all the time.
Oh,
People,
good.
I do shit that people don't even know about, but I don't talk about it because that's not the purpose
Well,
of
that's
doing
what you
it.
should do.
Right.
Yeah,
That's,
you
that's
should
integrity.
Just do stuff and not talk about it.
Well, you do stuff that it's what you do when nobody's looking.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
I do lots of stuff when nobody's looking. Usually with you.
Anyway, so that reminded me of a story that Howard Stern was talking about. That he and his wife Beth, they're really also into animals. They
Right,
and
yeah,
rescue and all
rescues,
that.
yeah.
So,
Isn't he a cat guy too? He loves
his
cat, right?
wife is heavily into rescuing cats, and she works with the North Shore Animal League.
Right.
She's like
Right here on the island in Nassau,
yeah. So she's like the famous voice for them.
That's where I adopted my first dog from.
That's where I got my first dog from.
Yeah, that place is great.
Yeah. So they found a mouse, or she found a mouse that was dying, and so they felt bad for it. They didn't want to leave it wherever they were. So
A mouse.
yeah.
Wow.
So they didn't want to leave it. It wasn't doing well. So they took it to an emergency place, and it turns out it was a vole.
Oh no!
They rescued a vole.
I hate those things. For those of you who don't know what voles are, it's like a mole, but it's a vole with a V. I had no idea what the hell a vole is.
Until we moved here.
Until we moved here to our new house, and I proceeded to put down thousands of square feet of new sod all around our property, only to have shortly afterwards tunnels, raised ridges, underground tunnels across the whole lawn. It looks like a road map, and I'm like, what the hell?
Maze.
What the hell is this? And you go, and if you step on the tunnel, the ground collapses under it, and these things eat underneath the grass, I guess a few inches underneath the grass. They're eating grubs and stuff like that, and they just tunnel around the whole lawn.
And by doing that, they're disconnecting the grass root system, so every part of the tunnel now, the grass above it dies.
Right, so you have these a road map of dead grass. It's great, especially after you spend thousands of dollars on new sod.
And it's like that with Bill Murray and was it Caddyshack?
Oh my
where
God!
he's
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to get
yes.
the-
I thought I was.
Yeah.
I felt just like him.
Yeah.
Setting traps and
Yes,
stuff.
I've
right?
done it. I was putting the pellets in the holes, like that. They eat the pellets and they die. I was putting the smoke bombs
Nothing
in the
works.
holes, and it's try to smoke them.
Nothing works.
Nothing fucking
I put
works.
a hose down the hole and tried to
Oh,
just
God.
flood the whole thing out, like in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
When there's water
But
coming
then
up out of
they're
every
like
hole.
running
I'm like,
away
oh.
underneath the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing works.
I bought a trap, and that people on Amazon were swearing by this thing that it definitely works. The only thing is that I haven't caught anything.
It has never gone off once.
No,
You
not
have
once.
it out there staked down
Yeah.
into the ground, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to snap shut
Yeah.
if something goes through it.
Yeah.
It's been in the same open position
Yeah.
for a year.
I have to move. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I haven't put it in a good place. But I just thought it was funny that they rescued a pest.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of actually when we were in California in our apartment in Venice, and I found a dying mouse outside.
All right.
But it was dying, and it looked like it wasn't doing well, and I felt horrible. So I asked Skip to please kill it quickly, with a rock, so that it wouldn't suffer. And Skip always, this is not the first time, I have asked him on many, many occasions to kill something that was suffering, and he does it for me. What the point is that he doesn't want to do it either,
Yeah.
but you do it for me.
Well, it's never a thing that anybody wants to have to do, but it's what are you going to do? You're going to walk away and let it, whatever it is, suffer. It's there suffering and in agony. It's like you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
So there's been a number of times, right?
Yeah, we can't mention.
No, yeah, some of which we can't mention.
But yeah, things have, we found suffering things and we put them out of their misery. Because
Yeah, it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can think of a few people that need to be, relieved of their suffering.
We're misery.
Yeah.
We're miserable.
Yeah.
We need to put them out.
Exactly.
Because they make us miserable.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, my God.
There is a list.
Yes, there is a list. There is, oh, God. I have to get to this, too. We have been putting a lot of shit on Craigslist and Letgo lately. And
Letgo is actually pretty cool.
Letgo's pretty cool. I've gotten some. Actually, I sold the bicycle with Letgo. And
What did you? We sold my miter saw, one of my many miter saws.
No, that was from Craigslist.
That was Craigslist. Okay.
Yeah, but the bicycle, the girl's bike, was with Letgo. The rest of it's been through Craigslist. So it's been
Corolla says Craigslist for picking up dudes.
only.
Only.
Yeah, because that's where those losers were getting their workers.
Oh, God.
So anyway, so I have been posting these things and renewing the listings and such, and it's been quite an education with the people that you have to deal with that contact you to purchase something from you. First of all, every motherfucker wants to chew you down on the price. I personally have never looked at like, oh, I want this. And the first thing comes to my mind is I'm going to ask them to take less. Like, that doesn't occur to me. They're asking $50 for this thing. I'm willing to pay $50. I'm going to call them and see if it's available.
Seems fair.
And give them $50.
I need it. They want the 50.
Right.
I want the thing. It's fair,
50
right?
seems reasonable to me. I'll give them 50.
People will show up at your door after driving an hour to come see something, and the first thing out of their mouth is, will you take, and I'm like, no.
What? Yeah,
I'm like,
what?
well, why did you drive all the way over here then? No.
Yep. And these emails that I'm getting are fucking constant. Now, I did research before choosing the prices that we asked for these things, and all these prices are reasonable. And not to mention that we're not desperate. We don't need to get rid of these things. I'm perfectly happy to hang on to every fucking last one of them until we get the money that we want.
Space.
Yeah, we want the space, but it's not an emergency, you know?
Right.
So it's like these people are fucking counting on us, like needing those extra bundles of heroin.
Something, right?
You know, it's like every fucking person. So listen to this email that I got from this one fucking guy. This is the shit that really makes me laugh and like wonder what the fuck with these people. We
haven't done a what the fuck in a long time. Is this actually a what the fuck?
This is a what the fuck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we've done a what the fuck.
Yep. Okay, here it
Cool.
is. So we listed we bought an air conditioner last summer for $350 plus tax, which basically comes out to about $380. Yeah, $380 something like that.
Almost $400.
Yeah. It's a 12,000 BTU, really nice air conditioner. It works great, but we're selling it because we're getting this other air system that Skip spoke about in the last podcast episode.
Right, we're installing like a household, like
right.
Not a central, but the mini splits. Right.
So now this particular air conditioner is still being sold in Lowe's for the same price. Okay, brand new.
We used it for a few weeks at the end of last season.
Yeah. So I listed it for $200. It sells brand new, $350 plus tax. We're selling it for $200. It's new. It's cheaper. Works great. This fucking guy was asking me, are you able to do $150 if I still take the ride out there? It's 2 hours driving time. And Costco has a 12,000 BTU air conditioner for about $250 with full warranty.
Then go get that
Go
one.
fucking get it! And I don't give a shit how far you're driving. What does that have to do with me?
Dude, I'm driving 2 hours, man. Can you come down?
I care? What?
Well, how about you go look at one that's closer to you then?
Yeah, go buy the one in Costco.
Oh my
buy
God.
something closer to you.
People are like
it's my problem.
Yeah, people are insane.
Like, I need to appreciate him for driving 2 hours.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
Right. Well, see, you hit the nail on the head before. Like, people think they're hoping that you're desperate, like you need to get rid of something. So you're like, oh, all right, I could really use that. Okay,
right.
yeah. Better to get that than I get nothing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody...
So I really need that bag of crack later. So you know what? Yeah, come on over, man.
Yeah, it's not for anything. Diamond ring here, take him.
Yeah.
Like they do at the thrift
shop.
Just
bring some crack.
Yeah. Those fucking thrift store owners, man, they know who they are dealing with. And there's some really unethical ones that will pay
like thrift store, like pawn shop type of places.
Yeah,
right?
And they don't report the shit that, because they're supposed to, everything that they get, they're supposed to report to the police.
Right.
They're not doing that.
And take a driver's license and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
they're not reporting all that shit that they get. Because
God.
then if it gets found out as stolen, they have to give back the money.
Yeah, so I told you speaking of which, I told you I went over to that place and like they call it buy and sell everything.
Okay,
whatever,
so a guy called me and said that he wanted one of the Skip's miter saw that we're selling. I put the price on there.
I have a bunch of shop tools, tables, saw, all kinds of stuff that I just don't have room for anymore because I have doubles, triples, and 4 of some of them. So it's like,
this guy, he knew what the price was. He called. He said that he wanted it, but it might be a while for him before he could come and get it because he has to get a truck out here. And he said, if we can bring it over there. And I spoke to Skip about it, and it was about, what, a 20-minute, half-hour ride.
It's a good 30-minute ride.
But Skip's like, well, yeah, for that money, yeah, I'll go bring it to him. So he brought it to him.
Yeah, now, this is a big saw. I had to, first of all, clear out the back of the bed of my truck, which is all full of material and lumber from jobs and shit. And that took me a half an hour just to get everything out of the back of that truck to make room to put this giant saw in the back of my truck. It's on a big rolling stand. It's a big saw. So I get the thing in there, and I drive it all the way over to this guy. And I get out, and it's like a buy and sell type of place. As it turns, I thought I was going to a private guy. It's like a not really a pawn shop. It's like they buy. They have everything there. They have trucks and equipment and tools and furniture, everything, right? So, but all pre-owned stuff. So I get out. I go into the desk and I said to the guy, "Hey, I'm here with the saw. You must have spoke to my wife, and I'm the guy with the saw." And the guy's like, "Well, which guy with the saw? We have a lot of saws here." And was I supposed to ask for some guy by name or whatever? So he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, he's not here." I'm like, "All right, well, dude, I was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. I'm here. The saw is right there in the back of my truck, and, let's do this thing." And he's like, "Well, how much did he say he would pay?" And I told him, and he's like, "Oh, no, man, no. Well, I can't pay you that." He's like, "No." He's like, "No, I can give you half of that." And I'm like, "You motherfucker." I'm like, "Are you serious, dude?" I loaded this thing up. I stopped what I was doing, stopped my work, emptied my truck, drove this saw of half an hour to come get you, and now you're going to tell me you want to give me $200 less than... I'm like, you know what, man? You guys are fucking assholes. I just took off. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
It is, but that's why you go. It's almost like I don't even want to bother. If I didn't need the room, I wouldn't even bother selling anything. I just keep all my shit.
Well, that was the idea. So you would have a shop, but we don't have a garage yet.
All right.
So meanwhile, remember when we were selling those file cabinets, that fucking guy came over to get them. And the first thing he does is take out his phone and shows me, well, these people are selling these for this much, and how did you come up with that price? Don't you do that shit over the phone before you come?
They're already made to come over and see you. Okay, I'll be there in an hour. I'm coming to your location.
And they don't mention that they're going to start trying to fucking haggle when you get there. Motherfuckers,
man,
I fucking hate people.
So this is officially a what the fuck, right?
Yes,
it's like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, if you were going to buy something on Craigslist and you want it and you see the price, go and either negotiate before you get there,
right,
or go there with the money.
Right, exactly.
Don't come with $100 less and be
if
like,
you're one of those haggling people that show up and start haggling, you're an asshole.
No, yeah, yes, and there's that, and then there's also, oh, dude, man, I only got 300. I know you wanted 400, but I only have 3. Well, then why are you here? Why are you wasting my fucking time?
Right.
Do you think I have nothing else to do than wait for an hour for you? And they always come late, or better yet, they don't come at all. Right?
We had that too twice this past weekend with the same fucking air
waiting
conditioner.
around for. We got plans to go places to a party. We're doing stuff.
Yeah,
we're
I don't care if you don't come. Fucking tell me you're not coming.
We were late to everything we had to do because we're waiting on some idiot who never showed up. But you know what? If he would have showed up, he would have been like, well, man, well.
And then that's when your face turns into, you motherfucker, and you better start turning around and running.
I get pissed, man. I get pissed. But you know what? The guy just came a little while ago with his wife, a nice couple, like an older couple, and he bought my rigid miner saw, the big one that's on the rolling stand and everything. And I really like this saw, but I have 4. This is my 4th saw, and I haven't used it in a couple of years. I only used it maybe a dozen times. It's been in the garage across the street, our neighbor's garage, forever since we moved here.
Our neighbor's garage.
I never used it since we've been here for years, right?
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of other ones that I keep in my trailer or my truck at DeWalt's and stuff. So I paid a lot of money for it. I think I paid $650, almost $700 for the saw and the stand. And I'm like, listen, $400 is a fair price. The saw is it looks like brand new. It's like, it wasn't even any sawdust on it. It's like brand new. It's been in a garage for forever, right? So then, people are offering me $200, $150. I'm like, no.
Really? Why would we want to give it away to you?
Yeah, no.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just give it to my neighbor for free so he can enjoy it before I would sell it to you for $200.
Yeah, why would I want want to give you the biggest fucking favor ever.
So this guy comes with his wife, and they were like a nice older couple, and the wife is like, oh, I'm going to buy it for my husband for Father's Day. It's a little bit late gift, but like he really likes to do woodwork and stuff.
Late.
And
Father's Day is the end of the month.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't late. Yeah, it's
in
a Father's Day gift,
yeah.
right? Early gift, I meant to say.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, okay. So he's like, well, we take 300, and I'm like, we listed it for
$380.
Yeah.
In the email, he said, would you take $350?
Right. So now they came here after emailing with you saying, would you take $350? And you said yes. They drove like an hour, and then he goes, well, will you take $300? And I'm like, I didn't talk with you, but I'm pretty sure my wife emailed with you, and like we came down to $350 on an email, right? So like, if you already knew that, then
Right.
why now are you asking me for the $300?
Right.
So I looked at the guy, and he was like, I could tell he kind of felt like a douche, but like he couldn't help himself. He had to try to get a deal. He had to get a deal, and he was already getting a really great deal,
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, man? Just tell you what, just give me $325. Let's just call it a day. Just take the saw, and you look like you're really going to enjoy it. You look like you're really going to. I've never really used the saw. The saw should be used. Someone should be able to make some beautiful things with it. Go have a good time. So he was super happy to help him load it in the back of his truck, and they were just really nice people. The guy was on his way, and he was like happy as could be.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
And that's how I felt about the bicycle with the girl
Yeah.
that I sold it to. They didn't haggle with me at all, that I can recall.
No, they didn't.
Right, but
No.
but she was, but
They were
we
just
were selling
nice people,
it,
though, right?
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
were selling it at a ridiculously cheap price.
Yeah,
and
it
I was
just-
happy to
was
give
just
it
like,
to them.
Come and get it and
Yeah.
take it so someone can enjoy
Yeah.
it. That was like a brand new bicycle that
Yes.
you never rode.
I never rode it.
Yeah, it was like literally the little rubber knobbies were still on the
Yeah.
tires.
Yeah.
Like
And also the other bicycle we just sold too, the boy's bike that the
Yeah.
guy came to get with his kid. He tried to haggle also. He got me down like about, I don't know, $20 or something, and so he caught me out of like, all right, whatever, just like fucking take the bike, get over here and take the bike.
Yeah, hurry up before I change my mind.
Yeah, so then he came over, but then when they came over and like he was really nice, and his kid was like riding it in a circle, like this is good,
Yeah,
I
the
felt
kid's
good
riding
about
around the front
giving it
lawn.
to
I'm
them.
like, because the thing's been
Yeah.
sitting in the shed for years. And
When
I'm
they're
like,
nice people and they enjoy it, that makes
Yeah.
me happy.
Yeah,
But
I don't
otherwise, I
mind,
hate these
I
fucking
don't mind that,
emails.
but yeah, the people that come and it's like they're just trying to like beat you down. It's like, you know what, dude, don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Don't come to my house and wait.
If I wanted $5, I would have said $5 on Craigslist.
Right. I'm sorry you have a crack habit or whatever. I don't know what your problem is, but it's not mine.
They're hoping we have a crack
Yeah,
habit.
no, I don't. I don't need the money. I don't need to sell my shit. I just want more space. So but yeah, it's really annoying to try to sell stuff on Craigslist, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, God. And then you get people also that feel the need to tell you about yourself because of the price that you're asking. Like, somebody said to me about the air conditioner today that we just sold. She said, well, that air conditioner is it's probably about 10 years old, so I'll give you like $75. So I wrote back and I said, thanks, but no, we just sold it for the asking price. Right. Fuck you! You know, like, who gives a shit how old it is? If you don't think it's worth the price, don't write to me.
right. Yeah. Like,
You know, you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, you have way too much time on your hand if you're out there riding with people.
God, yeah, there's another guy with the saw, with that fucking saw, who was saying, like that you're asking way too much money for that thing, and you'll never get that. Like, okay, well then that might be true, and then we'll just keep it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll just keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that? It's like Rick on Porn Stars.
Yeah.
Right. Like they come in with something that's worth like $10,000, and he's like, "Listen, I'll give you like $1,500." And they're like, "Well, can you do like 2,000?" He's like, "I'll give you 1,525." And they're like, "Okay." What? Dude, sell it to someone else.
Right. You don't have to sell it to the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Take a little more time, do a little bit more work, list it online.
No,
the whole world will see it.
People are lazy,
Yes.
first of all, and people need money. So people usually that are selling shit, like they really need to sell it.
Yep.
It's not because they need the room like us; they need the money.
Yeah.
So like it's just weird when you're not in that position. You don't need the money, and it's like, No.
Yeah.
No. So go away. You're pissing me off now.
People.
Yeah, I was nice until you got here.
Fuck you, Craigslist people.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Wow, it's been quite a while since we had a What the Fuck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Craigslist is an official What the Fuck. Yeah.
Craigslist.
Yeah, what's up,
Motherfuckers.
Craigslist? They should have somebody screening things, like the people that call you have already gone through like a pre-qualification call with some like Craigslist screener. They're like they know that they are agreeing to the price, and all they're doing is just coming to get it.
Yes.
Actually, they could be like a prepayment PayPal held in escrow that the money goes into. When they come there and they like it, they go on their phone app and they click receive the item, and then the money comes out of escrow. But the money's already been put in the escrow account.
Yes.
That I like.
Well, both
this way
parties
there's no
have to hit-
douchery.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming to your door and be like,
No
well,
douchebaggery.
man, somebody else is listing the same thing.
Well,
for
then
like,
call them.
Yeah. Then why did you come here? Why didn't you go to that
You know
fucking
what?
guy's house?
I am waiting for that to happen again because I'm going to say it like that.
Yeah.
With
Well,
the
then,
attitude.
dude, why didn't you just go to that guy's house?
Oh my
Why are you
God. Yeah,
here?
they're selling it for this much. So call them.
Yeah, like, what, exactly. Why are you here then? What the fuck's wrong with you? You're wasting my time and yours. Get the fuck out of here. Get off my porch.
Hashtag
I'm going to sick
fuck
my dog on you.
Craigslist.
Oh, yeah. We got chihuahuas. Never mind.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you about some things I found in the news. We just need to hit some of these current events.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't read the paper, really. Axl Rose is demanding Google remove an image of him that has led to memes making fun of his weight. So
The last time I saw Axl Rose, he did look a little blown
he
out.
chunked up, yeah. So he is trying to get the company to remove a fat picture of himself that is circulating around, and people are putting funny memes, like the sayings on it, like, oh, sweet pie, oh mine, and take me down to the bakery city. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so so they are trying to send this around to different people who have put out their memes, and people are like now making fun of the request.
Do you have the fat pic there on it? Let me see it. Oh, no. What? Get the fuck out of here. That is not Axl Rose. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude. What? Oh, no. Stop it. No. Stop it.
No!
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So somebody wrote underneath that picture, Axl Rose is fat and washed up, and then and then people are making fun of
It
him.
doesn't mean the guy can't sing anymore.
No,
but,
it's not saying at
wow.
all. No. But take me down to the bakery city where the pies have cream and the cakes are tasty.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so there's some of that.
That's funny. He's got the bandana on with a Quaker Oats guy on it.
Yeah, they put, well, it's the bandana, but they put the Quaker Oats like in the picture.
They should
like,
have put like
photo
a Pillsbury
edited.
Doughboy on there
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, and this one was whoa, 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 wings.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that because it's unflattering, but what I just find funny is that he's trying to have it removed.
Oh,
Like,
God.
please, everybody screenshots, get with the times, dude.
Everybody's got fat pictures, man. Chill
Yeah.
out. Chill out. Spend your energy on going on a diet rather than trying to get Google to take your picture down, because that's never happening.
Yes,
That
yes.
picture's already been circulated through a billion other phones and devices and stuff, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I've got some other stories that just pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. So stand by. Okay, so New York State did a probe of the Clinton Correctional Facility to find out about how those two prisoners escaped this time last year.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
Two bad guys.
Right.
So it was ultimately found that correction staffers failed to do the required security checks that would have easily uncovered the escape plot hatched by the two convicted murderers.
Those guys like dug their way out or some shit, right? Didn't they like get out through some air shaft or something?
Through a tunnel.
Right.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, the search for them cost the state $22.8 million. Okay, so there were...
What?
Yeah,
How long were they on the run? Like 3 days?
well, because it's like overtime and for police all over the state. You know what I mean?
Okay, but $22 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but this is the part that's really fucked up. They found that the corrections officers in that jail were so complacent and lazy and not doing their job that there were like about 400 different security checks that were not done, each by which itself would have foiled their entire plot had they done the proper checks that they're supposed to do every day, all throughout the day.
So they should have been busted 400 times.
Yes. It said the procedures, if done properly, would have uncovered the gaping 18 by 14-inch hole in the wall of one guy's cell and a similar hole in the other guy's cell.
18 by 14?
18 by
That's
14
some skinny
inches.
Dudes.
Well, they lost weight in order to also get through those holes.
That's like my leg.
Yeah. So there was like some basic shit that they just did not do. They didn't properly check. They didn't do the head count that they're supposed to do. They didn't check behind and inside, like everything. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even check to see that people were in their cells when they were supposed to. Like they were gone for a really long time. And you know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't discovered until like
they were
hours
already
and
at the
hours
strip
later.
club before they even got anybody
Yeah,
knew they were gone.
The guards.
They were at the titty bar.
The guards at the gate failed to search the employees' belongings for contraband like they're supposed to do. Night counts weren't done. The cells weren't properly searched.
Nice to see the taxpayer dollars going to hard work.
Yep.
Keep the community safe.
Yep. It's very fucked up. So that pissed me off because, I mean, it's a jail.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, there's only one thing you have to do. That's keep people on the other side of the wall. That's all you got to do.
Right. That's all you got to do.
That's it.
And no, but we're going to pay you to just sit there and do nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, and by we, I mean the taxpayers.
Yeah, usually when you say we, it means me.
It usually does mean you.
Yeah.
Like, we need to hose down the cars.
Yeah.
I mean you.
Oh, we need to dig up those shrubs and move them to the other side. I'm like, we?
Yeah,
What
you.
is it?
I mean you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to paint this room. Really?
Yeah. So I came across, it's always you.
Yeah, we means me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I found this article. It enrages me because this is, if you know me, you know that this is a hot topic. There is a guy who had raped a girl on a campus while she was intoxicated and unconscious.
Oh, nice.
So,
Roofie colada?
well, no, she was drunk. But that's a whole other separate story. It's irrelevant. Let me read some of this article to you because the guy who wrote the article was probably just as disgusted as I am. So it says, he started it out, if we didn't have a vulgarity policy here at the Daily News, this entire column would be 1,000 cuss words with the name Brock Turner in the middle. If you haven't heard, he's the human piece of shit swimmer from Stanford University who took an incapacitated, intoxicated, fully unconscious woman behind a dumpster and raped her after midnight on January 18, 2015. That's not speculation. 2 men caught him in the act, chased him down, called the police, and kept him there until the authorities showed up. He should be in prison for the maximum possible time for such crimes, at least a decade. But a combination of wealth, position, and good old white skin privilege basically got this man off serving genuine hard time. It gets better. Brock Turner was charged with 5 different felonies. 1 count of raping an unconscious person, 1 count of raping an intoxicated person, 2 counts of sexual penetration with a foreign object, and 1 count of assault while attempting to commit rape. He was eventually convicted of 3 sexual assault charges. Turner could have received a maximum sentence of 14 years, but prosecutors recommended that he receive a 6-year prison sentence, which is far too little for what he did. But Judge Aaron Persky, keep that name in your mind, Judge Aaron Persky, who stated a prison sentence would have a severe impact on him and that I think he will not be a danger to others, gave him 6 months.
6 months?
He's only expected to serve 3. He will literally be home in time for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'll be affected if he goes to jail. Like that girl isn't going to be wrecked for the rest of her life, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah. So then he wrote, somehow, though, the judge looked at Brock Turner, knowing full well what he did to his victim, and determined that he was too young to serve hard time. He was too good of a kid to be thrown into prison. He was too nice to have to truly pay for the price of his crimes. After all, he was white and likes to swim. So surely, in the words of Persky, he will not be a danger to others.
Oh, well, in that case...
Yeah.
Watch out all the people in the local pool.
Yeah. Of course the man is a danger to others. He took an unconscious woman behind a dumpster and brutally raped her. He's the exact type of man who is dangerous to others.
Wow.
Yeah. So then listen to this shit, though. Then his father in his plea to the judge for leniency says that his son shouldn't have to serve hard time for 20 minutes of action.
20 minutes of action. How long does it take to kill someone? How long does it take to rob a bank? You know, like.
But he only spent 20 minutes doing a crime, so he shouldn't have to serve years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess if we look at it for like, hour for hour or minute for minute, yeah, it's really not a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Right,
And
but
this guy's not even going to prison. He's going to a local jail.
How about 20 minutes, but she'll be like wrecked for the rest of her life?
Yeah. No,
right,
that doesn't matter.
What about that?
That doesn't matter because it's this. She'll get over it. This kid is going to be negatively
Oh, yeah, she'll get
affected.
over it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know the disgust that I'm feeling over this, right?
Well, that's just like, what do you even say to that?
Like
man?
that, but then.
It gets better?
It gets better. Then I found another article. It gets better. Stand by. The title of this next article is Recall Petition Started Against California Judge Who Sentenced Former Stanford Swimmer to 6 months for Rape. California judge's 6-month sentence for a former Stanford University swimmer convicted of rape prompted a petition to remove him from the bench. Over 55,000 people had signed a Change.org petition Monday afternoon calling for a recall election or another means of expulsion against the judge Aaron Persky. The judge on Thursday handed down that short jail term on the 3 felony charges that he raped a drunk and unconscious woman. Judge Persky failed to see that the fact that Brock Turner is a white male star athlete at a prestigious university does not entitle him to leniency, said the petition, which was launched on Saturday. He also failed to send the message that sexual assault is against the law, regardless of social class, race, gender, or other factors. Please help rectify this travesty to justice. So, I mean, and this is another kid. Remember that one with the affluenza kid?
Oh, yeah.
Who killed people?
Same thing.
Same thing. I am so fucking glad that this is an article in the paper because these judges, this judge and that judge with the affluenza case, they make those rulings thinking no one's going to be the wiser. And they're just, they're going to make that decision that is so wrong, but they don't have to they never have to answer for it. But now it's in the fucking paper. It's on the news. There is a big petition out.
Yeah.
And you look like an asshole.
Yeah, social media has definitely latched on to a lot of cases like that. And that's something like, how does that get by? You know that because it comes from an affluent family, just like in the affluenza case, they can afford the best attorneys. Money is no object. And, probably the attorney and the judge are probably playing golf on the weekends. So it's like somebody knows somebody. And, they're getting off way too easy.
But listen to this part. This is the irony of this whole case. Before getting on the bench, that Judge Persky led the prosecutions of sex crimes and hate crimes in the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office. And at the time, he sat on the executive board at the Support Network for Battered Women. He wrote, I focus on the prosecution of sexually violent predators working to keep the most dangerous sex offenders in custody in mental hospitals. That's what his bio says.
Good job there, Persky.
Like what? Persky said in court Thursday that a longer term would have posed a severe impact on the former Olympic hopeful and that he didn't think Turner's lack of complete acquiescence to the verdict should count against him.
Wow.
Can you fucking believe it? And then
Tell that to that girl's parents.
Yeah, and then his father was saying that his son has been deeply altered forever. His life will never be the same. One that he dreamed about and worked so hard to achieve. That is a steep price to pay for 20 minutes of action out of his 20-plus years of life. Are we supposed to feel sorry for this fucking rapist?
No.
What?
Wow.
In what fucking world does anybody think that statement is okay?
Like, where is the girl's dad, man? Where's her dad?
He should be hiding somewhere.
The guy's dad is stepping up. The rapist dad is stepping up.
rifle.
Where's the girl's dad right now? You know,
Her entire victim statement, 18 pages long, by the way, is on the Daily News and maybe other places as well because they published it, where she details what happened to her. And even after the judge saw that statement from the victim, which he probably, I'm going to guess, didn't read because he didn't need to, because he already had his feelings about the poor boy who raped her. Like,
unbelievable.
How do you know that's what he did and that's what you do?
Well, there you go.
He's as bad as the rapist.
Justice system hard at work.
Hardly working. Now I got another one. This is a goodie. I had seen a headline about somebody who was pointing a gun at somebody because they were filming them on their phone. And so the first thing I thought to myself was, you idiot, somebody's filming you and you're going to point a gun at them? Now you're in trouble, you stupid moron. And then it turns out that the stupid moron is a cop.
Oh, my God.
Yes. So listen to this bullshit. This guy was watching a movie in his apartment, and he heard commotion in the hall. So this guy, for a living, installs security systems. So he stepped out to take a look and immediately began filming all the chaos that's going on in the hallway with his cell phone. In the hall, police were struggling to arrest multiple people. As he's recording what was going on, a plainclothes police officer pointed her gun at him, and other cops ordered him back inside of his apartment. When he refused to close his apartment door, the plainclothes officer, who, by the way, is a 13-year veteran, sergeant, by the way, her name is Diana Pichardo. I love calling out these fucking losers who do fucked up shit. She cursed at him, swatted the phone out of his hand, and then had him arrested. And then, this even gets better, officers subsequently searched his home without a warrant, apparently unaware that Rivera had security cameras installed throughout the home. He got it all on tape, and his attorney is sharing it now with the press. He said Sergeant Pichardo broke the law and violated her oath as a police officer when she pointed her gun at Mr. Rivera, illegally seized his phone, falsely arrested him, and unlawfully searched his apartment. This rogue law enforcement officer then attempted to justify her misconduct by fabricating evidence to file charges against Rivera of felony assault on a police officer, gang assault, and resisting arrest. If that guy didn't record all of it,
wow.
Like,
it was his word against theirs, so that's it.
Yes. And meanwhile, she made all that shit up. But listen to this, even fucking better. So now he was charged with all those things, but the DA dropped all of the charges after the investigation, and they saw the whole fucking video that showed he didn't do any of that.
Right.
But as it turns out, that sergeant who had pointed the gun at him, the city has paid, she's been named as a defendant in 20 federal lawsuits, and the city's already paid out over $400,000 to settle lawsuits in which she's been named.
Wow.
And this happened to last year, and their investigation is still, quote, ongoing. Why is she still an officer? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is that?
You would think, after a certain point, it'd be okay, game over, right?
Yes, it's like that's over 20 federal lawsuits?
Yeah.
You've got a problem on your hands, people.
Yeah.
Are you not allowed to fire the officer who makes up charges, points a gun in people's faces for recording something, which, by the way, it's not illegal to record. What that guy was doing was not illegal. And you know what this reminds me of? What you were showing me last month. Remember those people who were hugging and dancing at the Capitol, was it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were arresting them because they were dancing.
Yeah.
They were doing nothing wrong, and they were arresting them one by one.
That's a video that's on YouTube. You'll see people were dancing, and they were, I guess it
happy and smiling and hugging.
Yeah, it was like a peaceful protest type of thing that was held at, I think, either at the Washington Monument or at the Capitol. It was in D.C.
Yeah.
And the security team and the cops came and beat these people down, man, cuffed them.
And so as one by one, then somebody else would start dancing. And he's just standing there swaying, do-do-do-do-do-do, just swaying, dancing. Yeah. And they fucking cuffed them and arrested them for that.
Well, no, the other, and then there was a couple that were dancing together, just slow dancing. And the guy kissed the girl.
Yep.
And they're like, you can't do that. And they're like, what are you talking about? Is it against the law for me to hold my wife and kiss her? And next thing you know, they throw the guy to the ground, body slam him, cuff him.
Body slammed him.
You slammed his ass, man, hard.
Yep.
And it was like...
It's all filmed. How
like,
are these
what?
people still employed?
Yeah, I don't know.
How is that arrest okay?
I don't know.
And why don't we ever hear about the outcome? You know what I mean? Because you hear about the craziness that's happening. I want to hear what was the ultimate outcome. Were they ultimately punished for doing something so fucked up? I can't believe this shit goes on. Shit's crazy.
It's crazy.
Makes me angry.
It's cray-cray.
Hashtag shit's crazy.
It is
Hashtag
cray-cray.
dick of balls.
So,
Hashtag twigs of berries.
That's funny. Yeah. So we need to like pack and go.
I know.
Right? We're off to Milwaukee.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're off to go check out some tools.
Yes.
And we're bringing Milo.
We're bringing Milo. I'm really happy about it.
Baby Milo is going to be on the plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take him. He makes me happy.
Yeah. So we're wrapping.
We're wrapping. We're also reminding you guys about the website, but even more importantly than that, please click on the Amazon banner if you're going to shop at Amazon. It really helps us. We also have the other link for the PayPal. If you guys want to help us out, pay for the cost of this podcast, since you know that we're not making any money.
Friends,
we don't have any
spread
ads.
the love and
Tell your
the
friends.
support of Hammer Nails Podcast, and we do appreciate all the great questions and stuff that you guys write into us. So please continue on the Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff, and we will definitely catch you next time when we get back from Milwaukee.
We'll tell you all
and have
about
some
it.
Awesome pictures and awesome stuff to talk about, and also be picking up on a bunch of great DIY questions, and we're going to kind of push the Tip Tuesday to right? It's going to be Tip Friday, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we got to get on a plane.
Yep.
Yeah, love you guys.
Love you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Yeah.